Hello, Dan. Let me show you a couple of the finger exercises which we've talked about in the past. First and foremost, these are mainly to get you some flexibility and some endurance within your hands. It's not necessarily meant for any melodic ideas. You might take them somehow and use them melodically at some point if you feel the need, or you can put that in that way in the music some way like that. Be the happy camper. But primarily these are just to try to get you to get flexibility, endurance, and cover all of the frets and really get a good stretch of your four fingers across four frets. The main point that I try to go, and we've tried to go over in the past, is necessarily not so much time, but working with the metronome does also help. You can accomplish a couple things if you set the metronome at a very low 50 to 60, for the quarter note. It'll help you with any timing issues you have been having, rushing, slowing down. Gives you the ability to sit there and work on listening to what else is going on around you also. But for the most part, these are to help you build up the strength and also to stretch out before a gig. Some of the points that you've brought up in the past is that times you're getting rather cramped and maybe a little fatigued throughout a set, and hopefully these will help alleviate some of those issues. You could also try some of these before you go to a practice with the band, before you actually play the gig. They will help you refamiliarize with the fingerboard right quick, get the blood flowing to the fingers, and actually get a good feel just to be back on the bass, get away from whatever you've been doing during the day. If for whatever reason, under the circumstances, you do not have the time to maybe do a warm-up, try one of these exercises before you go to practice. One of the best things I can suggest that will help prevent numerous damages that could happen to your hand and your fingers is just literally stretch. And I'll give you a quick stretch, maybe 20-30 seconds on each hand, each stretch. What this will do also is help stretch the ligaments, the muscles. It'll also help get a lot of the blood flowing again to your hands, and it'll help you and save probably a lot of damage that you could do if you just jump right in and are playing really hard and trying to play very fast and articulate. So really what you want to do is you want to stretch your arm out straight like this, lock the elbow, face your palm as flat as you can out, turn your hand upside down, grab the fingers and pull them back. Like I said, about, if you can count in your head, 15, 20, 30 seconds, but you'll feel the pull, you'll feel the stretch. I don't want you to damage yourself, but again, it helps stretch the fingers, gets the blood flowing. Take the hand, wave it out, maybe turn it a couple of times. Do the same thing, going the opposite way. Hand, arm straight, elbow locked, palm facing out like you're saying stop, and just bend the fingers back. And again, you can see how this is stretching the wrist, the fingers, the palm. And again, I'll do the same on this hand. Lock, bend them back, stretch. It helps both hands, even though you're only using primarily two of the fingers on this hand, thumb if you're doing some thumping, but really it helps get the blood flowing to both hands also. Again, spin them around. I try to stretch out my shoulders a little bit, but primarily that'll help you get right into playing if you don't have time to sit and practice or sit and run through a couple of finger string exercises to get you ready for a rehearsal or a gig. The first one I'm going to try to go over with you, I've given you this handout. I will also include it in a PDF and an email. But it's basically the finger exercises with the numbers, assigning each finger a number and then corresponding with that pattern to move it up and down the neck, so you can again get some flexibility in the fingers and not always fall into the same pattern. It's good to try to pick one pattern, maybe for a week. You know, it might get redundant, but again, you're building up strength in fingers and in patterns that you might not typically play. So the premise is each finger has a number: 1 index, 2 for the middle, 3 for the ring, 4 for the pinky. On the sheet, I believe Mr. Anthony Wellington, who wrote out the sheet, has covered all of the possibilities, combination-wise, number-wise. So if you go through all of them once, within a year, you know, you'll cover them, and it will help, you know, a lot of your fingers and some of the problems that you keep occurring maybe when you have downtime or you're not particularly practicing with a band or any particular music. I'm going to go through a combination of 3, 4, 2, 1. There's a couple ways you can run this. This is how it was presented to me. I've tried a couple of different patterns and a couple of different ways to go through it, and hopefully this will help. So the premise is 1 finger per fret. You're working with the first 4 frets. You're going to move up the neck 4 frets at a time. So when you're done with these 4 frets, you're going to move up to the next 4 frets. Then you're going to move up to the next 4 frets. Again, speed is not the issue. We're not trying to break any kind of sound barrier with this. What we're trying to do is use all the frets, get the fingers equipped to play any pattern, any place on the bass. I usually only go up to the repeat of the, what is that, the 13th fret? Because by that point I've covered all the frets all the way up. I usually start on the top string and I move across down. And my pattern, particularly to make sure I cover everything, is to go up and down, trying to reverse my pattern. As to say, I'm going to start on the top string, the G string. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. I'm then going to move up 4 frets, more than 4 frets, but I'm going to take my these 4 frets, I'm going to move it now up to the next 4 frets, and I'm going to start the pattern again on the E string. So what I'm doing is I'm covering these 4 bottom frets, then I'm moving up to the next 4 frets. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. I'm done with these 4 frets. I'm now going to move it up to the next 4 frets. And I'm going to repeat the pattern. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. Again, I'm done with these 4 frets. I'm moving it up to the next 4 group. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. Now I will take it and go back down the neck the same way. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. Down to the next a group of 4 frets. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. Down to the next group. And I'm staying on the string that I stop at. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. I'm not crossing any strings or starting again at the top and moving back down. I'm starting where I stopped as far as string basis. 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 1. Now another way that you can practice this also, which does help get you the facility to move up and down the bass, is to move it all the way up the string and down the string and do each string individually. I'll do 2 strings right quick, and then I'll move on to the next exercise. So I'm going to go up the G string, come back down. I'm going to go up the D string, come back down. You can do the same thing. Any pattern, again, it just helps facilitate moving up the neck so you won't feel so overwhelmed. 3, 4, 2, 1, moving up 4 to the next group. 3, 4, 2, 1, moving up to the next group. 3, 4, 2, 1, moving up to the next group. 3, 4, 2, 1. Then going down to the next 4 down. 3, 4, 2, 1. The next 4 group down. 3, 4, 2, 1. The next 4 group down. 3, 4, 2, 1. Let me do it a little bit more fluid. I'll go up the G and come down the D. See me shifting in between the groups of 4 frets. It it just really helps to take it at a slow tempo, so when I make those shifts as time moves on, I can play a little quicker and I'm a little cleaner. Again, I would try to use this as slow as possible. Run it at, like I said, maybe even 45 to 60, just so you're playing the notes. And again, I'm trying to move to the next 4 without stopping or hesitating. You might have to do that when you first start. Do not be upset. Do not beat yourself up over it. The whole point is to try to build this so you're really getting your hand to move efficiently. Okay, the other spider exercise that I used to do and I kind of did for myself is a very simple exercise. Again, this is mainly to help me warm up and to facilitate myself to get up and down the neck and to stretch my fingers out per fret. What I normally do, and I'll try to explain it quickly, is I use 1 finger per fret, and I can move up in increments of 1 fret at a time, or I can move up in the whole group of 4 frets, as I just did in the last example. I will go up, let's say 4 or 5 frets, just moving up frets incrementally as 1. So what I'll do is first finger, low string on the F note, second finger will be the next string over, 2nd fret, 3rd string will be the next string over, 3rd fret, 4th finger will be the 4th string, the top string, the 4th fret. So I will run it, and what I'm trying to do is keep all fingers down, as you can see, and try not to get fret buzz, which I just did on the 1st fret, and try to maintain that. Okay, you might not be able to do that right away. Don't give up and don't not do this exercise. Through time, you will be able to keep your fingers down, and you will get that roundness and curvedness of your hand. As you saw, when I started to move across, my first finger started to move off. That's a normal tendency. Everybody's hands are different. Your size of your hand could be much different than mine. You might be able to keep it down. I normally can't. So what I would do from this point is I jump the string. I jump from the bottom to the top string. Again, I'm moving up one fret per incrementally. So I'm going to do a spider up. Then I'm going to start on the A and move it down with the same philosophy. 1 finger per fret on the next string down. And I'm going to move up to the 3rd fret, next fret incrementally, and do it up. 4th fret, we're going to do it down. 5th fret up, and so on. Okay, as you can see, my hand staying there, you can hear mostly all the notes ringing out, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build this strength and get this stretch in, so I can start to play stuff like that, and it won't cramp my hand, and it's easy for me to move to spots like that where my fingers can be on different parts of the bass, and it's not an overwhelming sensation. You can do it either way. You can start on the top and go down. I also, like I said, I've moved it in the group of 4 frets, so I'll do these 4 down, then I'll do the next 4 up, these 4 down, next 4 up, okay? Whatever you can come up with, but what I'm primarily trying to do is get my fingers, 1 finger, 1 fret on the next string up, or 1 finger, 1 fret on the next string down. Again, this will help. Only need about 4 or 5 minutes a day to do this. You can combine them. When you get the sheet with the numbers, run through the numbers and just see what you can get. You'll find that your hands and your endurance will improve tremendously. So I hope this helps. I'll hopefully see you soon, and happy low ending, my good man. Peace and love. Boo.